Thank you.
The land upon which we work, live, and sustain ourselves is the ancestral and treaty lands of the Michizagig Anishinaabe, also known today as the Mississaugas of the Credit, the rightful caretakers and title holders of this land. We also recognize the rich pre-contact history and relationships which include the Anishinaabe and the Ongwe Hongwe.
Since European contact, this land continues to be home to indigenous and non-indigenous peoples. As responsible community members, we value the diversity, dignity, and worth of all people.
Colonialism displaced and dispossessed indigenous peoples of their ancestral land
and continues to deny their basic human rights, dignities, and freedoms.
We are committed to learning true history to reconcile, make reparations, and fulfill our treaty obligations to the original peoples and our collective responsibilities to the lands, water, animals, and each other for future generations.
Let's stand, if you can.
Oh, Canada.
Thank you. You may be seated. Just before I'm going to ask for approval of the agenda first before I do what I have to do. Trustee Clark and Trustee Bailey, all those in favor of the agenda? Thank you. Okay, before we move into the agenda tonight is a very excited night here at the board. We have two students from Central Peelschools, an amazing teacher, Miss Mehta, and Miss Garner, the principal for Central Peel Secondary School. They're here tonight to highlight for us some of their success. Central Peel is one of those schools that has on the chart that has been making a difference and are finding ways, creative ways to provide opportunity for students to learn and to grow and to give them the on-job skill that they need to be able to compete globally. And we are seeing that firsthand tonight. We will hear from two of our students that are here tonight to demonstrate to us and share with us some of the things that they have been doing. This student and this team from Central Peel, as a result of the competing in a national space society living in healthy space design competition, a student have achieved first prize, second prize, and third prize, and two honorary to mention. For the second consecutive year, the grand prize winner team is from Central Peel. This team has been invited to present their work at the International Space Development Conference in Orlando, Florida. They will also receive a $2,500 US prize money. A Central Peel team that I hear, you can tell I'm excited. It's not about Caledon. It's about Brampton. It's about Central Peel. And Central Peel is my school that I represent. So tonight I'm really excited. Just want to invite our principal, our amazing, amazing teacher, and our two amazing students. This is just two of them. We got tons of students up there that have been out front on the chart. doing their own thing and are making a difference, creating future. When we talk about the director talk about future ready, this is what future ready is. So I'm going to invite our principal and the team to come forward. They got some comments that they want to make and tell us a little bit about their journey. Come on up.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. As Chair Green said, I'm Laura Garner, and I am the proud principal at Central Peel Secondary School. And I have the honor and privilege of introducing Miss Simona Matei, who is the head of mathematics and computer science at Central Peel. She is a huge champion for student success, specifically targeting lately STEAM and women in STEAM. And so I'm going to invite her up to say a few words among our two students that are here representing a group of 70 who won a international competition. Simona.
Thank you very much, Chair Green and Principal Gardner. My name is Simona Matei. I'm a math teacher at Central Peel Secondary School. And I'm also the advisor of the Space Club. So I was saying, yes, Trustee Green is right. What we do as part of the Space Club, we think about the future in space. Before I continue, though, I have some good news and some bad news to share with you. Which one would you like me to start with? You know what? I'm going to start with the bad news. We live in a world full of problems, complex problems. We, adults of the 21st century, managed to leave behind a world where there is a multitude of issues to be tackled. Now, the good news. Here I have with me young people who are excited to tackle these problems. The future looks bright. So, let's go back to our Space Club. Our main objective of the year is to take part in 2 contests that were founded by NASA and are now run by National Space Society. And one of the projects tasks students to design a space settlement. I want you to imagine International Space Station, but way bigger than that and further away, orbiting a planet. Another project is designing ways, thinking about ways to live healthily in space. You might think, okay, this is a science project. Yes and no. Of course, science is important, but what I really like about this project is the cross-curricular nature of this project. So, like, think about any human settlement. There are lots of issues that need to be addressed. Think about architecture, think about economics, think about healthy living, as I mentioned, think about anything in the world is part of this project. So this is what I really, really like about this project. Now, this year, close to 30,000 students submitted projects from all over the world. 30 countries were represented. Students at Central Peel did extremely well, exactly as Chair Green mentioned. We have 70, let me repeat that, 70 students from Central Peel Secondary School that are winners, that are on the list of award recipients this year. This is fantastic. They are the only representatives from Peel. They are the only representatives from Ontario, from Canada. Thank you so much. As part of their journey, the next step is to represent Canada at the International Space Development Conference in Orlando, Florida, at the end of June. Now, I am just the advisor. I have the experts with me here. I would like to invite Musa Noor to give you some details about his project.
Thank you, Miss Mate. Good evening, everybody. My name is Musa Noor, and I got first prize in the Healthy Living in Space competition and third prize in the Space Settlement contest. Thank you. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about why I picked this club. I joined it at first, obviously, to suck up to my calculus teacher, Miss Mate here. But eventually, it had turned into something bigger, something better than any other project that I'd ever done before. I was doing things like trying to grow food in the air using aeroponics and creating schematics for Mars, a planet that none of us have ever been on. These are all things I didn't even think of before doing this project. With my group of 5, we would have late night Google Meets longer than we did on like quarantine back in 2020. And these are all things that we did repeatedly and repeatedly. And there was one issue that we had that we came across, which I'll highlight. We were trying to find a way to regulate oxygen levels in our settlement. And after days, we still couldn't find a way that was feasible both economically, financially, and actually feasibly, like scientifically. After days, we kept on trying. And eventually, I thought maybe we should give up. And while normally I would do so, this project asked me to do something differently, to retrace my steps and to think forward. And that's exactly what we did. Eventually, we came up with a solution that we highlighted on both of our papers and for both of the projects. This project, this club, taught me to do something different than I ever done before. It made me a better team worker a lot more, as well as it forced me to be more resilient, to brace ahead. Oftentimes as children, as the youth, we're taught that our voices don't matter at this point and that our ideas shouldn't be heard. But this project allowed us to amplify that, to forge ahead, to ask the question, if we keep on trying, will our voices, will our ideas matter? And I think that they did. And to touch on hers, Mehek will come here and talk about her journey as a grand prize winner.
Hi, so thank you, Musa. As he mentioned, my name is Mehek Godri, and I am here to present Achakasak, which a lot of you may not know what that means. That translates to stars in Cree. Now, I am here as a grand prize winner in the Healthy Space and Living competition. Now, Achakasak is more than just a space settlement, but it is my group's ideas to push our society forward. And the best thing that we did is that we enrooted it in indigenous techniques. Now, Musa's talked to you about the sciencey things, which I'm not sure how many of you really picked up on, but we had the same ideas. We incorporated aeroponic systems, bioreactors, sustainability, all things that were core parts of the science aspects of our projects. But this is something that everyone all around the world did. And what really set us apart is something that we actually learned back in grade 3, indigenous methods and the Three Sisters method in particular. So back in grade 3, we had a member in our group that made a Three Sisters soup in her classroom, and we incorporated the methods that were used by the indigenous folks using sustainability, beans, squash, all of the different vegetables and the sustainability practices that they use, and incorporated these into space, which is something that has never been done before. And this is what ultimately set us apart, using indigenous techniques. We were able to meet with many different indigenous elders, understand what they use in their own communities, and ensure that this is what we were basing our projects off of. Now, moving forward, as it has been mentioned, we are headed to Florida in a few weeks to present at the International Space Development Conference. And we have spent tireless months working with the National Space Society scientists to develop our projects and ensure that we are presenting a great presentation. So I stand here today to obviously ask for all of your support, as well as any financial aid that could be provided as well. But in general, we are here because we want to make a difference in our future. As Ms. Mate mentioned, there are so many problems, and using these sustainable practices that were used so many years ago, we are not only going to be presenting these ideas to thousands of scientists all over the world, but ensuring that we are making a promise to move forward sustainably as a generation. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. I'm really, truly excited tonight, and I want to thank, Miss Meta, I tell you, I see you at school all the time, and your hands is always in something engaging student and the difference you make with those students. And you said that you're a math teacher, but to me, for what I see, because I'm always, it's like I live in that school because of all the coaching that I do in there. I see you. You're more than a math teacher. I see you sometimes, my goodness, the things that you do. So I want to thank you. And, and not only that, to our amazing principal who allow you to explore and to work with the kids. So we want to thank you very much. And they're asking for money. Okay. Where they're asking for money, and I'll tell you, as your trustee, I'll be the first to donate. Okay, I will send a check to Central Peel, and I'm gonna challenge my colleagues. I know maybe it's not your school, but I'm gonna challenge you to support these young people as they go off to represent us and let us look good. So I'm just going to ask my colleagues, can we just, first, before the director and I come over, we have a presentation to present to the team. I know we already been invited to the big event on the 5th of June, where the director and I will be there to present certificate to all 70 students. But tonight we have a little token that we want to present to you. But can I just ask everyone to give these students a round of applause? All right, let's get back to board business. Declaration of conflict of interest. I'm looking around the board table. Okay, I'm not seeing any. Okay, so we had one trustee that I approved that she could attend online, and that's Trustee Cole. Okay, staff recognition. I'm going to turn it over this time to the Vice Chair.
Thank you, Chair Green, and through you, we are pleased to celebrate and honor our retiring staff members. Each month, Peel District School Board recognizes employees who are retiring or they have just recently retired. Today, we are delighted to acknowledge 47 outstanding individuals who are concluding their service with the board. Among them are 4 principals, 27 teachers, 6 educational assistants, 5 custodial staff, 5 administrative support staff. The names and titles of these retirees are displayed on the screen here. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to each retiree for their dedication and service to the board, our students, their families, and the communities. It is through the collective efforts and sincere commitment of our staff that we continue to make a positive and lasting difference in the lives of those we serve. Your unwavering dedication to supporting students in achieving their full potential is deeply appreciated. We wish you all the very best for a happy retirement. Congratulations, and thank you once again. And Chair Green, we also thank our Executive Officer and Human Resources Department's Masuma Kangura and her team for their support in preparing this detailed report. So thank you very much, Masuma. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Jahal. I'm going to ask Trustee Davies and Trustee Promoli to put it on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm going to move down to item 7. Item 7 is the chair announcements. And tonight, got some amazing announcements. First, I want to take the time to extend heartfelt gratitude to all my colleagues who take their MPP to school last week, and to share our challenges and our journey, and to showcase our school and the work we're doing, even though the ministry have given us less, but it was a privilege to showcase, to say, look what we're doing with less. And I can't say that enough with less. But we want to thank the staff who welcomed the MPPs in the school, who was so grateful to those that provided students to showcase the work that they were doing and to escort us around the school. So I want to thank you, and thank you to the MPPs that came out. And I also want to thank the Ontario School Board Association for making this an annual thing, that we can take our MPP to school and to make sure that they're understanding the various different challenges board are having across the province. So thank you for that. Next announcement I want to make tonight. As you know, approximately 5 years ago, this board went under supervision. And trustees been back at the table for the last 3 years. During this last 3 years, the director and I have been working diligently with staff and everyone, senior staff, superintendent, the schools, to ensure that we are doing our due diligence, not only getting the work done, but also making sure that we are meeting the ministry directives. We add a task, and how often we had to showcase to the ministry in terms of the reports that we had to provide to ensure that the ministry would be satisfied and how we're meeting those directives. And, you know, for myself, the director, we could not do it without some dedicated staff that continue to work at the M, that continue to drive, even though sometimes I know it took late nights, because I remember one time we had to get the report in and some staff was working late night so we could meet the deadline to get these reports in. And tonight, I want to announce that after all this time, our board is officially out of supervision. Officially out of supervision. We're no longer under supervision, because even though the ministry had removed the supervisor and the trustees are back, we have been under supervision still. But thank you to a director that has been committed. And tonight I want to say, and I'm gonna, I wrote this one down because I didn't want to miss the beat. I want to say to tonight to ADM Giselle Santos Basanta. There you go. On behalf of the Peel District School Board, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks for your unwavering commitment and support. Your dedication to advancing education and empowering our community has made a meaningful impact, and how we truly grateful for your leadership and your partnership. Your contribution that has helped strengthen our shared vision of equity and inclusion and excellence in education. We deeply appreciate the time and energy and your insight that you have taken and invest in supporting the Peel District School Board. I personally want to say thank you that every time we call, you have never turned us away. You have always willing to listen, and not only listen, you came from a place also where you understood where we're coming from. You also understood the many challenges as a board we face. You understood also that this board, we're doing meaningful work, work that has been shown in our community, even to the point where ministry staff were able to attend some of our workshop to take back the good news. Thank you very much for caring, and not only caring, thank you for your unwavering support. And to our staff that have worked diligently with our director, I want to say thank you. Thank you for everything that you have done to help us to ensure that we were able to compile all the reports that we had to do and submit them to the ministry in a timely fashion. Together, we are building a stronger school board, a more inclusive school board, an inclusive system that reflect the value of equity, excellence, and opportunity for all students. Today is a great day of celebration and reflection. We should all be proud of what we have accomplished together. And this would not be possible without the support of my colleagues around this table. Your trust in me to lead this board and your support is evident. I know all the time, sometimes we may not agree on the same thing, but we agree to disagree, and we all do it for the betterment of our student and student success. And I want to thank you for holding me accountable, holding my feet to the fire, because if it was not your support that you have put and your trust in me, we would have not accomplished this great task. As we move forward, yes, we are out of supervision, but the ministry directive will continue because that's the reason why they're embedded in our multi-year strategic plan. We will ensure that those that are marginalized and those that often get left behind, they will get special attention. Together, we will continue on this journey. We are all committed to ensuring that we improve student achievement and the betterment and outcome for the betterment of all students. This afternoon, congratulations to all. We are out. Thank you. Then got a few other announcements tonight. Just want to said tonight, our board, one of the ministry underneath the new code of conduct that came into effect on the 24th of January this year, every board needed to have a qualified integrity commissioner in place that would be able to work with boards to various different challenges when trustees are not able to work together or disagree on topic that they cannot, that the integrity commissioner will be the point of contact and a point of mediation to help us to able to carry out our duty. And tonight, we're proud to announce Michael Maynard of ARD Chambers as our new integrity commissioner. And finally, I want to say it's been a journey. During the time that our board was under supervision, many of us would have known Mr. Kolo Iliamadi, who was one of the advocates that worked diligently to advocate for students, especially Black students, and to ensure that social justice and equity and inclusion was been in place to support them. Mr. Iliamadi passed away suddenly about 2 years ago now. And this board has decided that we would do a plaque in honor of Mr. Iliamadi to recognize his work in the area of social justice. I want to thank Mr. Iliamadi family who has been working with us to ensure we have come to a place of acceptance and how we move forward together. I look forward to work with the family to developing an implementation plan of how we will implement this plaque. So again, thank you to the Iliamadi family for your patience and your time and working with this board. That's all my announcements tonight. I'm going to ask Chair Joel, Trustee Yobs to put them on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. I don't have any reports from trustee appointed to external organization. I'm going to move down to 9 and minutes of our previous board meetings. First one is 9.1, which is the minutes of our April 23rd board meeting. They are here. Trustee B. McDonald, Trustee Clark, let's put them on the floor for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. We're going to go down to the minutes from our Special Advisory Committee of April the 5th. Trustee Benjamin, Trustee Alves, put them on the floor for me. Question, concerns? All those in favor? Carry. Going to move down to a planning of our meeting of May the 7th. Trustee Cameron, Trustee Alves, putting them on the floor for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Oh, yes, oh, smoke. Yes, sorry. Okay, back to 10.1. The minutes from our Parent Involvement Committee, which is February 20th. Trustee Benjamin and Trustee Davies are putting them on the floor for me. Question, concern? All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Minutes from our Curriculum and Equity and Wellbeing of May 13. They are here. Trustee K. McDonald and Trustee B. McDonald, put them on the floor for me. Question, concerns? See none? Carries. Okay. Out of that meeting, we also have some motions. They're before you. And we have 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to take all of them together. Does anybody want me to read all of them, or you're good? You have them, okay? All right, good. So, it's already on the floor. No, I didn't put it on the floor yet. Trustee Bailey, that's your committee. And who else is on that committee? Trustee Promoli, put them on the floor for me. Question, concern? All those in favor? Thank you. Carries. And we're going to move down to the governance minutes from May the 14th. And I'm going to ask Trustee B. McDonald and Trustee Davies to put them on the floor for me. Okay. Question, concern? I'm seeing none. All those in favor? Carry. And out of that also is a motion. So rising from this, Governance Policy Committee in May the 14th, the following recommendations are brought to board for approval, the whistleblower policy, and it's here at Appendix 1 for you. Again, Trustee Brad McDonald is putting on the floor, and Trustee Alves. Those are your committee. A question, concerns? See none. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to 11.1, which is our multi-year strategic plan in progress. 9.1, Director Sru, over to you.
Thank you, and through you, Chair Green, I will now ask COO and AD Jaspal Gill to introduce the multi-year strategic plan progress report 9.1.
Thank you, Director Sru, and through you, Chair Green. It is my privilege to introduce Global Education in Action, Board's hosting of international delegations. This report reflects our board's ongoing leadership on the global stage, grounded in our commitment to inclusive, equity-centered, and innovative-driven education. Over the past year, we welcomed 13 international delegations, offering visiting educators and leaders the opportunity to engage with our schools, staff, and students. These visits highlighted board's excellence in instructional practice, student well-being, and culturally responsive leadership. More than just opportunities for exchange, these partnerships strengthen global competencies across our system and reinforce our board's role as a thought leader in international education reform. With that, I invite Superintendent of Innovation and International Programs, Bernadette Smith, to present the report.
Thank you, Associate Director Gill, and through you, Chair Green and Director Swaroop. It is my pleasure to present an overview of the international partnerships that have positioned Peel District School Board as a system of choice for educational diplomacy and innovation. Throughout the 2024-2025 school year, we've hosted 13 international delegations at 18 schools from across family of schools in the Peel District School Board, representing countries such as China, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, Australia, the Netherlands, Peru, England, Wales, and Taiwan. These delegations are designed in collaboration with senior team members based on the purpose of the visit requested by international delegates. They are powerful demonstrations of how our work aligns with and advances the 4 goals of our multi-year strategic plan. For instance, in October, PDSB welcomed a delegation from Wales who visited sites including Macville Public School, Bramalea Secondary School, and the Maujading Wingashkang Indigenous Learning Center to learn about leadership for equity and mental health supports. As a direct result, PDSB will launch its first educator exchange with Wales in summer 2025, with twin schools engaging in collaborative learning and reciprocal visits. In February, leaders from the Jeju Provincial Office of Education in South Korea visited Whaley's Corner Public School, Turner Fenton Secondary School, and the PDSB Professional Library, our CoLab, to examine our student-led STEM and inquiry-based learning environments. We also welcomed our partners from Foresight International Education Center in Taiwan, with whom we launched our inaugural Taiwan Teach Abroad program in summer 2024, which saw 9 PDSB educators deliver STEM and inquiry-based learning to support English language learning in Taipei. That initiative is expanding this year to 2 cohorts and a second site. Not only does this offer our staff international teaching experience, but it also builds global leadership capacity and strengthens the visibility of Canadian education abroad. We also hosted policymakers from the UK House of Commons Education Select Committee, who engaged directly with senior leaders, trustees, students, and staff at West Credit Secondary School to learn about our career pathways and special education practices for neurodiverse learners. Delegations visits have sparked joint work with international ministries, universities, and global education consortia. For example, strategic policy and research collaborations with institutions such as the Ontario Institute for Studies in Education, OISE, at U of T, are shaping equitable, innovative education models on a global scale. These visits go far beyond observation. They result in tangible outcomes. One delegate from Australia's Ministry of Education remarked, "The Peel District School Board is not just responding to the future of education, it's helping shape it." We are proud and appreciative of the system-wide leadership that makes this work possible, from students and classroom educators to trustees, central staff, and our senior team. These international delegations deepen instructional collaboration, grow global professional networks, and reinforce PDSB's identity as a forward-thinking, internationally engaged education system. Thank you. I'm happy to take any questions.
Do we have any questions? I'm looking, I don't see none. Okay, all right, so Trustee B. McDonald, Trustee Promole is putting on the floor for me. I just want to thank you because I personally been out and see some of the stuff, had the opportunity to speak to some of the delegates myself, and it's good for our board. So thank you very much for all the work you do. All those in favor? Carries, thank you. Okay, all right, so we're moving. So we're going to move down to 11.2, which is our multi-year strategic planning action. And Director Sewell, it's back over to you.
Thank you, and through you, Chair Green, I will now ask Associate Director Paul De Silva to introduce the multi-year strategic plan in action report.
Thank you, Director Swaroop, and through you, Chair Green. The multi-year strategic plan, MYSP, developed in partnership with the Board of Trustees and staff, continues to guide and energize the work of the Peel District School Board. Anchored in the 4 foundational pillars: student achievement, safety and well-being, equity and inclusion, and community engagement. The MYSP is deeply embedded in the daily life of our schools, shaping learning environments where all students are supported, challenged, and empowered to thrive. We are proud of the significant work taking place across the system and recognize the collective efforts that bring our strategic priorities to life. As part of our ongoing commitment to transparency and celebration, we will continue to highlight examples of this work at each board meeting. Each month, one of our 13 field superintendents will provide a brief update that illustrates the innovation, collaboration, and impact occurring in their respective areas. With that, I'm pleased to invite Superintendent Lisa Hart from Area 1 to share this month's spotlight.
Thank you, Associate Director De Silva and Director Swaroop, and through you, Chair Green. It is truly my privilege to lead and serve as the superintendent in Area 1, home to the Applewood, Glen Forest, and Cawthra families of schools. Each day, I'm inspired by the incredible work, passion, and dedication of students, staff, and families. Together, we bring the Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan to life, not just in vision, but in action. Through our collective commitment to excellence in education, community engagement, and equity, We are empowering modern learners as we create inclusive, innovative, and equitable learning environments where every student can thrive. This shared effort is rooted in care, driven by purpose, and this evening I would like to highlight a few examples of what makes us Peel proud. Let's begin with Applewood Heights Secondary School, a place where care is not only felt, it's lived. This year's STEM night drew over 650 students and families from across the families of schools. With student-led panels and interactive exhibits, the event did more than celebrate science and innovation. It elevated student voice, strengthened belonging, and cultivated curiosity. This is a powerful example of the MYSP's student achievement goal, fostering student agency while building real-world skills that open doors to multiple academic and career pathways. Applewood also shines in promoting safety and well-being. Through the EHS SHISM Leadership Retreat at Pinecrest YMCA, students build confidence, peer connection, and a deeper sense of school community. This 3-day experience didn't just develop leadership, it created a safe and inclusive environment grounded in empathy and care, which they'll carry forward as student leaders. Moving to Cawthra Park Secondary School, passion meets purpose. Their recent dance showcase, Bodies of Nature, We Are Children, was more than a performance. It wove together artistic expression with environmental advocacy, showing how the arts can be a channel for meaningful action. This aligned with the MYSP's goal of community engagement, expanding learning beyond the classroom and embedding local and community issues into students' educational journeys. Cawthra students also serve beyond the stage, whether volunteering at Erin Oak Kids or supporting the Compass Food Bank. They exemplify how creativity, activism, and empathy intersect, offering a model for how schools can be hubs of compassionate, community-based leadership. And finally, Glen Forest Secondary School, where equity and inclusion is not an aspiration, it's embedded in everything they do. Their Fusion Robotics Club brings together students of all abilities, including those in ASD and vocational programs, to build, compete, and collaborate as one team. This initiative exemplifies equitable access, experience, and outcomes, ensuring all students are empowered to thrive through mentorship and innovation. In addition, Glen Forest's Tiny Home Project is a living example of learning with impact. SHISM construction students didn't just study, they built a real home that will serve a community in need. This hands-on experience not only strengthened their technical skills, but also deepened their empathy and sense of purpose, reinforcing how student achievement can be driven through authentic, inclusive, and real-world learning. Across all 3 secondary schools, we see a clear alignment with each of the MYSP's 4 foundational goals. These goals are deeply embedded in school life, shaping students into confident, capable, and compassionate global citizens. Thank you, and happy to take any questions.
Okay, Ms. Saga, trustees. Okay, Trustee Alves, Trustee Pomoles, putting them on the floor for me. Question or concerns? See none. Just want to, Trustee Alves, go ahead.
Not a question, more of a comment, and just wanted to say thank you to Superintendent Hart for attending all these great things that happen in our wonderful Ward 1 and Ward 3 and all of 4 and 7 as well. But I have a special part of me that's really excited about that tiny home project, and I've noted a couple times to a couple colleagues on the board and to some staff that, you know, how excited I am to see that hopefully pick up some media attention, because it is truly a wonderful project. To have students build something from scratch that is going to help a homeless population here in Peel, I think is wonderful. And it's an issue that needs, I think, a lot of attention.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And thank you, Superintendent Art. Keep up the great work. Okay, we're moving down. We're going down to communications. Get none. 13, trustee motion for consideration. 13.1, appointment of trustees to the Ontario School Board Association. So we're looking tonight, we're looking for nomination for 2 director And then after that, we're going to do two alternates. So we will then open the floor for nomination for the Ontario School Board Association Director that will serve from June 2025 to June 2026. Yes.
I just kind of missed the written notice of this motion from last meeting. I did submit some questions regarding this, and I haven't received an answer back. I was wondering if we could defer this.
No, we cannot defer this at the time, Trustee Davey. I did make the announcement in my chair's announcement when I did that, that this will be taking place. Plus, there's a time factor in this because we already passed the deadline that we need to submit this, so we can't defer it.
Okay, then barring that, I was going to make a notice of motion in 14 then, but what might have an impact on this?
Okay.
Do you want me to go over it now, or do you want me to wait till 14?
You will have to wait till 14.
Sounds great. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Okay, Trustee Promoli.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to nominate Trustee Bailey.
Okay. Trustee Benjamin.
I'd like to nominate Trustee David Green.
Any other nominations? I'm seeing none. No other nomination. Can I move that nomination then close? Okay. Trustee B. McDonald is moving it. Trustee Ovs. Okay. All those in favor? Carries. So Trustee Bailey, we will continue the journey. Now I'm going to move that we nominate two alternates who would like to serve. Go ahead.
Nominate Trustee Promoli.
Trustee Promoli. And we need one more. I can't nominate for the chair, so. Yes.
Turn on your mic.
Okay. Yeah, I nominate, surprise, Kathy McDonald.
I don't think she's interested. Okay. Trustee Benjamin observed in the past, so, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, so.
Chair, if nobody wants, I will step in.
Okay, all right, okay, good. So with that said, we are going to declare Trustee Promoli and Trustee Benjamin to continue in the role. Can I move that nomination close? Trustee Davies, Trustee Clark, all those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Good. All right, so we're down to item 14. So what I'll do, I'll draft a letter and I'll send it off to OPSPR because we already behind time in submitting that. I'm gonna be away, so I'll do it tonight. And can I ask that you do it on my behalf, please? Okay, thanks. Just I'll get Aurelia to do it because you're the governance officer. So I don't want to overstep my bounds here. I'll ask Aurelia to do it. Thank you. All right. So item 14, notice of motion from trustees. I have none. Okay. You have a notice of motion?
I did. I stated that if my deferral of item 13.1 was not successful, I wanted to propose a motion in item 14 verbally, as the chair did last meeting.
Okay. All right. Okay. So normally we would we need to, according to the rules, we need to have served notice in writing. You're going to put a notice of motion on the floor?
You did not last month, Mr. Chair.
It was made as an announcement. It's an announcement because there's no item on the floor that where a motion could be risen from at this time.
I believe
you have to serve notice.
I clearly stated that my notice of motion may affect those who are going for OBSPA.
Okay.
And I clearly stated that, very clearly. You can go back to the table.
Well, sorry, Trustee Davy, I'm going to consult with my governance officer, but the rules are you have to serve notice in writing unless it is risen from an item that is on the agenda.
But I tried to defer, and you refused that.
Just a minute, please.
What's that?
Okay, Trustee Davy, this was on the agenda. We all received the board agenda, and we know that you had a motion that you wanted. You should have submitted in writing. So at this time, I will not accept your motion. Thank you.
Respectfully disagree.
Okay. We have to follow the policy and procedures. Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So we are moving to item 15, adoption of the closed session report. Trustee McDonald, Trustee Clark is moving it for me. Question, concern? See none. All those in favor? Can I go to good news and success stories?
Peel District School Board's multi-year strategic plan for 2024 to 2028 identifies the most important priorities for the board, as well as the actions necessary to accomplish these goals. These goals are all interconnected, and when we collaborate on achieving them, we will be more successful in fulfilling our purpose, which is to promote student success through inclusion, innovation, and empowerment.
On April 28th, we had the extraordinary privilege to participate in the PDSB Massey College Girls Mentorship event called Empowering Young Women, Innovators Today, Leaders Tomorrow.
It's such a joy to be here today with amazing team of educators, leaders, thinkers.
Held within the historic halls of Massey College at the University of Toronto, this gathering united female visionaries and trailblazers for a day of connection, inspiration, and mentorship.
This is going to be an opportunity for us to help you in what your interests are in. So I really hope you guys take a chance to really look at what speaks to you and what makes you feel empowered.
I remember taking the class, the professor was a woman, and I just fell in love by her passion. She was very sensitive for the land and the social part of volcanology.
The one thing that I do want to talk about that really stuck with me, he mentioned have a long-term focus.
As you reflect on your life, probably one of the most important things is, did I make a difference?
Our journey began in December 2024 with the Massey Mentorship Fireside Chat, where 25 of us met for an intimate conversation to explore the impact of mentorship and the power of networking. We are the Massey College delegates from 12 schools across Caledon, Brampton, and Mississauga, representing the rich diversity of our communities. It was here the seeds of inspiration were sown. Following this event, Ms. Thomas, our PDSB mentor and visionary behind this, challenged us to reflect on women in our lives who inspire us, mentors, peers, or role models, and invite them to join our delegation. This invitation opened the doors to a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, a seat at the revered high table of Massey College. The spring event celebrated passion, purpose, and possibility. With 50 exceptional young women and 4 dedicated educators, we immersed ourselves in growth and leadership. From an insightful panel discussion with junior and senior fellows and our esteemed Director of Education, Rashmi Swaroop, to a networking lunch in the majestic high table dining hall, Every moment inspired us. As we walked the paths of Massey College and absorbed the beauty of its campus, including the freshly bloomed cherry blossom trees, we felt the power of place, purpose, and community. The event affirmed the strength of sisterhood, the value of mentorship, and the potential within each of us to shape an inclusive future. This day was not merely an event. It was a catalyst, a spark, a promise that we, as the innovators are today, are indeed the leaders of tomorrow. We are growing, we are blooming, and it is we who are becoming the future.
This is the Music Monday Peel Music Showcase. This year we are doing a very large finale with the Music Monday song Hold On. It was written by my father, Rick Emmett, who is one of the members of Triumph. And we're doing an arrangement that I created that involves 250 of our instrumental and vocal musicians. Living Arts Center, obviously an institution in the Peel area in Mississauga, and to have students have the experience of being on stage in the main auditorium and be able to perform for an audience of 1,000 people, it is life-changing for some of these kids. They're going to become musicians because of this experience today.
When I was in public school, I sang on the Massey Hall stage as part of the Kiwanis program, as part of the choir. And, I look back on my life now and realize, wow, how important was that? It was incredibly important. The teachers that I got exposed to who were conductors, the fact that you could see people, grown-ups, adults, that were emotionally engaged and spiritually moved.
To be able to have this song, it's sung literally around Canada today by hundreds of schools across the nation. It brings all of our voices together, all of our music together to be singing as a single group and embodying that power of music.
Music is something that is universal. It reaches out beyond, it touches other people, it lets you connect to the cosmos. Like, you're going to leave kids behind if you don't give them the things that make them feel valuable about themselves. And music is one of the things that does that better than anything.
So today we're doing the grade 1 through 5 North Peel Chess Tournament. It is set up for schools that are in Northern Peel, Paladin, Bolton, Brampton. And today all these students are playing chess. We have about 320 today, ranging from grade 1 all the way up to grade 5. And they're going to be playing approximately, I want to say 1,500, 2,000 games by the end of today. And it's just a chance for them to do something they love. And this is just another opportunity that we offer where kids can find success. It's a one day for the grade 1 through 5 students, and tomorrow we're going to be back here for a grade 6 to 8 event, which has even more kids participating. Tomorrow will be about 35 schools. Today we have 28 schools participating.
Thank you. Thank you. Trustee Bailey, Trustee Benjamin is putting on the floor for me. They're here just for receipt. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you very much. And at this time, Trustee Cameron and Trustee Davies, adjournment. All those in favor? Carries. And I just want to say something before we go. I really want to thank our federation. Two of them is here today. Because of meetings that we have, you have pushed us to do something that we haven't done in a while. And through conversation with Trustee Cameron and listening to Trustee Promoli at a meeting, we did send our letter off to the ministry. And thanks to all our federation for their endorsement on that letter, pushing for support for mental health and for supporting our special needs students. So I want to thank you for supporting us. Thank you very much.